Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back David Nabarro.
I just can't stay away. It's so exciting to be here, and I just had to come back because one of the things, hello, it's nice. And I just, after I spoke to you last time, I got this amazing email from somebody, I won't say her name, who's going to do extraordinary things, a filmmaker who said, I'm ready to connect. And that's how it all works. We all link up together. And that's why I wanted to come back. And let me tell you why. The Sustainable Development Goals, which is the plan for the future of the world, will only come to life if there are billions of people all over our world who know about them, and then who can say to their leaders, hey, didn't you agree this plan in September 2015? Why haven't you moved ahead and actually made it come to life? And so what we've done is we've asked some people to come up with a really good app that will enable everyone everywhere to connect and engage around the SDGs. And I'd like to present to you two people who've been right at the heart of this work. The first is Johan Dennelind, who works for a company called Telia, and he's the CEO of Telia. And here's Johan. And the second is a colleague of mine in the United Nations, a really amazing person, Cristina Gallach.
Hello. Good to see you.
And I wanted to introduce Cristina and Johan to you and just say, it's these kinds of people who are really making it possible for the goals to come to life. Thank you very much indeed for coming here.
Thank you, David, for this wonderful introduction. You are a true colleague and you stayed here for us.
Just for you.
Yeah.
Well,
okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll take a kiss as well.
I offer him a kiss. Wow.
Oh, yeah. Bravo, David. Well, friends
Wonderful
and
to be with
colleagues,
you. Bye.
Now you all know about the Sustainable Development Goals, right? But as of now, you are going to know how we are going to make them so popular, so famous, but not for the sake of popularity, not for the sake of just being famous, but for the sake of action. This is why I have the pleasure to talk in front of you with Johan. Johan is the CEO of a big mobile company that operates based in Sweden, from basically operating all over the world. And he's a real expert on connectivity. So, Johan, why are we having an app, an SDGs action app? Why and how this mobile technology is going to help achieve the Sustainable Development Agenda?
Thanks, Cristina. Well, it's actually quite simple. I represent an industry with about 5 billion customers around the world. And we were crafting our purpose for the future at the same time as the SDGs were launched a year ago. And we decided to embed it into the purpose of our industry, connecting everyone and everything to a better future. And then we decided we really need to make this come alive for real. And it's about awareness and it's about actions. And awareness, we think we can help a lot to bring awareness around for SDGs. More importantly, I think we can put them into action. And that's why we have then, through the partnership with GSMA and UN, now launching an app, the SDG in Action app.
Very soon to download.
Very soon to download. You have to go to the URL and download this app, which is actually, for this to come true, we need to get it consumerized. We need this app to be coming into everybody's hands, where you can then, everyday action can mean something. Otherwise, we risk having the SDGs not coming out fully to all the people that should have it.
You're totally right. You know, your industry definitely is an industry that goes fast, that really anticipates. But the fact that you've put all these competitors together and make them construct this fabulous instrument. How and why do they do that? Why do you think they are so committed to make this very important, we think, and decisive instrument ready?
Well, this is not an area where we compete. This is where we cooperate. This is clearly an area where everybody will benefit if we do it together. Remember, 5 billion people are using mobile phones today. That's very, very powerful. And we need to leverage that as much as we can. But it needs to be up to the individuals and the customers to get access. And connectivity is very powerful. Let's now see what we can do through this app in order to bring better things into the world with the SDGs.
We already know by now that these goals are universal, that from the richest country to the least developed, there is a lot to do. But there is, of course, a lot of focusing on less developed countries. And you have a great experience. You've worked in connectivity issues in many places. How do you think it's going to be the app and technology is going to help the implementation of the Sustainable Development Goals in the countries that are more behind?
Well, I think the important thing with the SDGs, this is not just for developing, but also for developed countries. I've worked across 4 or 5 continents in developed and developing markets, and I think it doesn't matter where you are. When you have connectivity, a new world opens up, be it education, be it access to financial services, or be it access to a fully digitalized society. And there are examples across the world. I think this is where connectivity becomes so powerful. And then it's about opening up that connectivity to partners. So partners can innovate, partners can bring new things in and expose it to the individuals and the customers.
How do you do then, though, in places where there is still such a low rate of connectivity? What are the plans of the industry to push that?
Well, the connectivity, getting people connected happens about with 200-300 million more people every year. So soon everybody will be connected, more or less. And that's where I think the first benchmark is. Everybody should be connected, because you then have the privilege of the access to things that matter in your life, be it sanity, be it poverty, the financial services, or other solutions that help your everyday life. And this is where I think the app can help everyday people to really come out and put the SDGs in action.
Okay, we couldn't be more lucky. The Global Association of hundreds of mobile operators have gotten together and have given this instrument that will definitely ensure awareness, connectivity, but the most important is action. So by now, download the app, choose which is the SDG that you like most, that you think you have to engage more, the one that is closer to your heart and to your mind, and in particularly, start getting engaged. Engagement will make the leaders that have to ensure that the agenda is implemented, the companies, the partners that have to prove that the SDGs are going to be a reality by 2030, and it can start by each and every one of you downloading the app.
Let's get viral with the SDG app. The benchmark, of course, is to beat Pokemon Go, that after a couple of weeks had only several million. So we have a high ambition with the app, and get it spread the word around, and see what we can do.
By now you'll find lots of very interesting content from very attractive videos, but most important than the visuals, than the information, is the manner you will relate, you will mobilize, you will ensure that the ambitious goals are realized. Johan?
Thank you.
Thanks to you. Congratulations for the app. Wonderful. So now, yes, Johan, present the app.
The SDG in action can be downloaded both on Android and iOS and Google Play, as you see here on the screen. So I thought it would be up there, but SDG in action. And when you scroll through the app, the stores and Google Play, you'll see it's a blue icon. So it's easy to find.
And the United Nations is extremely pleased to have this superb action by GSMA and Project Everyone, another fantastic NGO that is helping to promote the Sustainable Development Goals and its implementation. Thank you.
Thank you, Cristina.
Thank you. Don't forget, download the app.